Don't you wish pool care could be a little easier? Hey guys, welcome back to Tip Tuesday. This is episode number 13. If you haven't watched the previous episode, you can go click here. There's a card above my head and you go watch that and then come back and watch this one. I'll wait. Let's jump right into it with tip number 1. Don't go boom. You need to use the right chlorinator with the right chemicals. Now, that being said, it seems pretty obvious, but I've got some pictures, I might put them up right over here somewhere, where people have put the wrong chemical in their chlorinator thinking that they were doing the right thing, and either completely shattered, or as you can see in this picture right here, it kind of looks pregnant, doesn't it? That's because they put the wrong chemical in their chlorinator. This is very dangerous. That goes without saying. It's very dangerous, so don't do that. Put the right chemicals in your chlorine feeder. In a typical tablet feeder, you want trichlor, but that's not always the case. Trichlor typically comes in a round 3-inch puck. It also comes in a couple of different shapes and sizes, but there are other chemicals that do go in tablet feeders, just not that particular feeder. So be careful, be safe out there. If one of those explodes, it can have some pretty bad consequences, and you don't want that. Number 2, diving boards, beware. There is a lot of diving boards out there and they are super fun. However, there's a lot of very old diving boards out there that have need of some maintenance. They should have been replaced a few decades ago, and there are even some that I've seen recently on the Facebook pages that are built up very high and not to any type of legal standard whatsoever. So you can imagine you or one of your kids going out there and jumping on this diving board and it snapping, you falling, bumping your head, and well, you're going into the water, and that's going to be sad, and I don't want that for you. So be very wary of diving boards, and if you want one, then make sure that the one that you have is of good quality and is fairly new. I've done a lot of pool inspections where the diving board just needs to be taken out or replaced. If you have any doubt, replace it. A couple of $100 is not worth your life. Tip number 3, and this one is going to save everybody time, money, energy, and questions. If you have cloudy water, and a lot of you have either had it, will get it, or are currently dealing with it, you have 4 and only 4 potential things that could go wrong. You get these 4 correct, you won't have cloudy water. I guarantee it. Number 1, your chemistry needs to be right. People get on the Facebook pages, they say, my water's cloudy, but my chemistry's right. Doubt it, very seriously. But let's go on to the next one. Number 2 would be the circulation of the pool. That is your pump. It's not moving the water enough. That is one that is overlooked a lot. Number 3 is the filtration of the pool. That is your filter. You could have a dirty filter that you need to clean. You need to maintain, whether it's a DE, cartridge, or sand filter. And number 4, all of the above. Your chemistry isn't right, your pump's not running long enough, and your filter is in bad need of maintenance. So one of those 4 is definitely the problem. Fix one of those 4 and you will be good to go. Next week, I'm going to be diving further into exactly what chemistry, filtration, and circulation are. So be sure to subscribe so that you get next week's video where I'll dive a little bit deeper into those. Tip number 4, this one is near and dear to my heart because I have 3 kids and I've got a lot of friends with kids. No running on the pool deck. If you are at a pool and you hear somebody yelling, no running on a pool deck, it's probably me or somebody like me yelling at a kid to stop running on a pool deck. This is super obvious for adults, but kids just can't seem to get it through their head, especially my youngest one. I can tell him over and over and over again, no running on a pool deck, because obviously you could be running, you could slip, fall, bump your head, knock yourself out. God forbid you knock yourself out and then fall into the pool. Well, now we have a whole nother set of problems. You're going to put yourself on the census list, and you don't want that. So do yourself a favor. Don't run on the pool deck, and don't let anybody else run on the pool deck. It's dangerous. And if you are at a commercial pool where there's other people, be courteous to everybody else, and don't let your kids run on the pool deck. People would rather you yell at your kids to stop running on the pool deck than have to have an ambulance show up and ruin everybody's day. Tip number 5, the pool is not a bathroom or a shower. Act accordingly. I know this sounds obvious, but there are a lot of people that like to go pee in the pool. And to be honest with you, I'm guilty of it. I have peed in my own pool. I just didn't want to get out, but it was my pool. There's a difference. Don't go pee in the pool. Don't shower in the pool. Yes, I have had a customer that I went to his house to clean his pool and I was struggling to get it right every single week. It was just something off. And one week I went out there and I found his shampoo, conditioner, body soap, and rag out there sitting right next to the pool deck. So I asked him, are you showering? Are you bathing in your pool? He's like, yeah, I'm doing it like every night. Like, that's the reason why I can't get your pool right. Because you're showering in your pool. That's bad for a couple of reasons. Number 1, you should shower off the feces and urine that you already have on your body and sweat and anything else. You should have a shower next to your pool or hose off before you get in. But he was taking it to a whole nother level. He was washing everything off of his body and putting the chemicals from his shampoo, conditioner, and body wash into the pool. Those contain phosphates. If you don't believe me, go grab a couple of your bottles and you'll probably see some chemical with the name phosphate, phosphorus, something in the name of that chemical. Putting phosphates in the pool, that is food for algae. It makes it very difficult to get that body of water correct and ready to be swam in. And just think, do you want to be swimming in somebody else's bathwater? Ugh. And for your bonus, my mother always used to say, the older you get, the better you get. Unless you're a banana. Betty White. Guys, thank you for watching this Tip Tuesday. I've got several more in the pipeline. I've got a whole notebook where people have shot me some questions that they want me to answer on these Tip Tuesdays, and I've gotten people that want me to go into a really deep dive of some of the topics that I've just kind of brushed on these Tip Tuesdays, and those videos are coming out, but I am currently traveling right now. I only have really enough time to do these Tip Tuesdays. I hope that you have enjoyed them, and if I've earned your subscription, please hit the subscribe button. I don't know where it is, but please hit that, hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you next week for Tip Tuesday, episode 14. Appreciate it.